Well, the Phillies got the brooms out today. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Social Media Interior Cap in this afternoon's game into the Phillies and the Washington Nationals as the Phillies defeat the Nationals by final score of 13-1 as they sweep out this four-game series. I am just so proud of this team. But I guess before you get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please ring this bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Yes, I understand that we are playing the Washington Nationals, but in recent past over the last few seasons, the Phillies have not done the best of jobs at beating the bad teams. Right? They're not really done a great job at that, and they have been doing that. I mean, granted, they did come back from the All-Star break and get swept in a three-game series by the lousy Cubs. But they swept out the Pittsburgh Pirates in a four-game set last week at PNC Park, and they just swept out the Washington, the Washington terrible Nationals this weekend. This Phillies team has done a good job of beating the bad teams, and I really do believe that this Phillies team is a good baseball team. They are above 500 team. I think we can finally say that now. Over the past few seasons, we have not been able to say that, but I mean, this is a good team. This is a good baseball team, and things are only going to get better when Bryce Harper does return from the IL, right? It was Alumni Day today. That's why I'm wearing this uniform. So usually we would be wearing the cream uniforms on the day game, but because it was the 1980 Alumni weekend, we're going to be wearing the baby blues today. So Pete Rose in the house, right? I mean, that was very cool, right? He did say a curse word on live television. I'm sure the FCC will not like that very much. But I mean, he's definitely a character, right? I mean, definitely not the nicest guy, but I mean, one heck of a baseball player. He always played the game hard, and I always will respect that. Hearing Bob Boone and the father of Yankees manager Aaron Boone, catcher for the Phillies 1980 World Series championship. Of course, it was supposed to be in 2020, but for obvious reasons, they did not have it. So then it was delayed until 2022. So, I mean, that was just an incredible championship, right? The first World Series championship in Philadelphia Phillies franchise history. And then 28 years later in 2008, they would win their second one. As we pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the second inning, this man is just incredible. And you're not really hearing too much about him. And honestly, it kind of bothers me. As Derek Cole homers on a fly ball to left field the other way, this kept carrying and carrying and carrying. I mean, it was a very hot day, very hot, humid day, and the wind was blowing out, right? So that ball just kept going and going and going. Hall's seventh home run of the season, a solo shot, 1-0 Philadelphia. So I don't know what to even say about this man anymore. This guy is just incredible, what he's doing. Just keep it up, my friend. I mean, I love this. I mean, what this guy is doing right now is something very special. We pick it up here in the bottom of the third inning. Al Boone batting with the bases loaded is walked on 4 pitches. As Nick Maton comes around to score 2-0 Philadelphia. I mean, granted, I'm really glad. Of course, we scored 13 runs in this ball game, but we had bases loaded, nobody after that, and we got nothing. Nothing. So think about that. I mean, when you do that against teams like the Mets, right, coming up next weekend, when you do that against, really good teams, that can sometimes come back and bite you. But I hate to, I hate to be the devil's advocate because this Phillies team has just been so dominant. It's just been so good. And I don't even want to be really, hardly any negative in this video. But that was, my only, negative thing I will say, at least I hope. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nick Maton, I mean, with the playing time that this guy's had, he's certainly done well. I mean, he's done very well. He homers on a fly ball to right center field, 2-run shutouts and scores Garrett Stubbs. Maton's second of the season, and it's 4-0 Philadelphia. So he felt pretty good at this point of the ball game. You knew even going into the sweep certainly was very possible. And Nick Maton, of course, he was out there for a little while, and now he is back, and he's already performing at a very high level. I mean, we saw what this guy did last year in 2021 when he got some playing time due to some injuries, and he really stepped up, and he's stepping up right here. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Rhys Hoskins does it again. 4 straight games to the home run. This guy is scorching hot. Wasn't in the first inning, like his others. But how about this? Every single game of this series, he went deep. As he homers on a fly ball to left center field, a 2-run shot also scores Kyle Schwarber. Hoskins, 24th of the season, 6-0 Phillies. So 6-0 Phillies. Rhys Dean Hoskins does it again. This man is just on fire right now. It seems like a lot of guys in this lineup are on fire, right? I mean, even Castellanos, even though he went hitless today, still able to work 2 walks. I mean, Kyle Schwarber had a pretty good day today. You see what Nick Maton is doing, what Derek Cole is doing. I mean, this Phillies team is on fire. It is scorching hot, and I love to see it. So this Nationals team, it's like a double A team. I mean, they are bad. Like you got like the couple worst teams in baseball, like the Royals. You got the Cincinnati Reds, and then you got and then there's like this gap, and then it's the Nationals. Like it's like really significant. Like they worst team, like worst. I mean, this is like a nightmare. This baseball. I mean, they don't even call themselves a baseball team. This is like horrible. I mean, this is like sad to watch, honestly. I mean, I'm not joking. They're lucky they got that World Series champ in 2019, right? I mean, because honestly, I don't think they're going to be winning anything anytime soon. I can tell you that. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. He does it again as Derek Cole homers on a fly ball to right field. He goes to right field this time as he went to left field for his first one. His 8th of the season, 2nd of the ball game, 7-0 Phils. I love to see young players come up big for the Phils. You got Nick Maton producing, right? I mean, a guy that he's kind of going on the radar. You see, as I talked about with Derek Cole, kind of flying under the radar and really picking up his production. So I mean, I love this. Like, this is so exciting. It's something different. And we're doing this all without Bryce Harper. So think about it when Bryce Harper comes back in this lineup, what that's going to do. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. Cesar Hernandez singles on a line drive to right field. Yadiel Hernandez comes around to score as the Nationals get on the board. Now he's 7-1 ball game. So that inning could have been a heck of a lot worse. That I can tell you. I mean, that fly ball hit out the guy's shoulder. My gosh, I thought I had a heart attack. That would have made it a 7-4 ball game. Would have put the Nationals right back in. I mean, the Nationals offense, pretty terrible. I mean, it wasn't as terrible when they still had Juan Soto, Josh Bell, of course. But certainly a very young team, that is for sure. So old friend Cesar Hernandez doing it to his former squad and his former teammate Aaron Nola. And we pick it up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nick Maton does it again. I love what this guy's doing. We're getting production out of different people. Hastings was on the line, drive to left field, and Bryson Stott comes around to score. It's just now 8-1 Phillies. So Nick Maton, you are the man. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bryson Stott doubles on a line drive to left field the other way. We talk about it before, how he just has a great ability to go the other way. Bases clearing double that scores Alec Boehm, Derek Hall, and Nick Castellanos. 11-1 Philadelphia. So Bryson Stott with his 9th double of the season. So he's already got over the Mendoza line last night, and he's going to make sure he stays above that Mendoza line, right? So his average now, getting higher and higher above 200. So how about that? I mean, a bases clearing double. As I told you, I love the fact he's hitting all fields. Another guy stepping up. There you go, right there. And yes, I understand it's against the Washington Nationals. Yes, I understand that. I mean, you got to see how they do against teams like the Mets coming up next week. But I mean, this is still incredible. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Brandon Marsh singles on a line drive to center field. Bryson Stott comes around to score. As it's now 12-1 Phils. So Brandon Marsh joining in on the action. So he got the start in center today. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Nick Maton does it yet again, as he doubles on a fly ball to center field. His first double of the season as Brandon Marsh comes around to score. He's definitely got some speed, and it's now 13-1 Philadelphia. So the Nationals is waving the red flag, right? I mean, of course they knew it was over. That was off of former Phil Victor Arano, a guy that we totally lit up the other night as well. So the Nationals swept out of Philadelphia in a 4-game sweep. So this is just like a treacherous Nationals team. This is just pathetic. We have owned them since 2020. We have literally owned them since 2020. We have played so well against them. I mean, it wasn't that case before, right? They owned us for years. I mean, 2018, 2019, they killed us. Killed us. And I feel like now we're finally starting to get our revenge, which I feel very good about. So Kyle Schwarber at leadoff spot, 2 knocks. And also scores one of the Phil's 13 runs as well. Rhys Hoskins, only one. It was a big one, the 2-run home run. So how about that? He does it yet again. He also draws a walk. And Alec Boehm, his performance this afternoon. But see, I mean, Alec Boehm has been the hottest hitter on this team over the last month. Went hitless today. Of course, he did draw a walk. And we still won 13-1. It's not just one guy or just a couple guys carrying all the load. This is a team effort. This is a team effort. And it even does reflect when you do play a bad team. So that's very, very significant. At least I believe it is. Derek Hall, 2 knocks today. Of course, they were the 2 solo home runs, number 7 and number 8. As Derek Hall gets his average up to 282. And the OPS sits at 933 and 933 OPS. 103 at bat. What this guy has been doing It's just been incredible. I mean, as I talked about, you're not really hearing too much about it. And it's kind of a bittersweet thing when Bryce Harper does come back and return to this lineup. What do you do with Derek Hall? I think that's a very interesting point to bring up. To cross that bridge when they get there. Derek Hall also mixing in a walk today as well. Nick Castellanos going to go hitless today, but guess what? He drew 2 walks. So that's what you do. You turn your 0 for 4s into 0 for 3s, 0 for 2s. And mixing in 2 walks today. I mean, great job by Nick Castellanos as well. So this is what he has to do. He wasn't doing it before, but I'm very, very proud of him for doing that. A 688 OPS for Castellanos and Bryson Stott. 2 knocks today. The bases clearing double. His 9th of the season. A 204 average now for Stott. As the OPS now just sits just below the 600 mark now at 593. I mean, Bryson Stott certainly has been picking it up, right? I mean, 37 RBIs now, now just 3 shy of 40. This guy has certainly been picking it up, definitely. There's no question. Brandon Marsh, the RBI single to center field, and he also mixed in a walk today as well. And Garrett Stubbs gets to start behind home plate, as he also collected a knock as well. And also, look at that, again, here's another example. We talked about Howard Bohm went hitless today. Here he is, yet again, another example. JT Muto has been also a huge factor in the Phillies' success the last month and a half. Out of the lineup today. Out of the lineup today, and look at what we did. Guess what? We still scored 13 runs without him. I mean, as I just talked about, another example as to why this team is a good baseball team. I believe the Phillies are a good baseball team. They have depth. They finally have depth. And what we've seen, this is not just like things we've seen in the past, at least not that I believe, right? I mean, this is incredible. I really just, I don't think I've ever been so excited about the Phillies in a long time. Nick Maton, 3 knocks today as well. Your Phillies has a media player game. How can he not? 4 RBIs for Nick Maton. He's the man. I tell you, I love it. I just love it. So he's hitting 600. Of course, that is a small sample size. In just 10 at-bats. He has a 2,167 OPS. Man, oh man. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run reserved, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. It certainly was a hot one out there today. He looked pretty good, but he just couldn't go to the length, right? I mean, the pitch count certainly was a little bit high. He did kind of run into some trouble there, later in his start. A 3.17 ERA for Nola as he gets to win now 8-8 on the year as he's now back to 500. I mean, his 2-seamer, looked pretty good today. I mean, honestly, he wasn't like his fantastic self. He was good. He was pretty solid. Hey, I mean, he's still, hey, he was good enough for the win, right? I mean, I'm not really going to complain. Connor Brogdon, of course, he comes in and does Connor Brogdon things and pitches a 1-2-3 inning relief. A 1.88 ERA for Connor Brogdon. Serenity Dominguez, 1 inning, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts as well. A 1.60 ERA. David Robertson comes in the top of the 9th inning and allows a hit and walks 1, but he was able to also collect a strikeout and finish the job. So a little sweep, right? A little sweep back-to-back weekends. This feels good. This feels good. I will be, I'll be frank with you. The Phillies now sit at 60-48. The New York Mets, as I talked about, do take 4 or 5 against the Braves. Francisco Lindor certainly have been red hot. I mean, the New York Mets in general have just been red hot. I hate to see it. The Braves have just been free-falling. I mean, they've really been disappointing. I don't know what the heck's wrong with them. And as I talked about, the Mets are just clearly the better team. I think they're going to win this division. I think what we saw in this 5-game series was very telling. One thing I think it told us is that the Mets, I think, will most likely win this division. I'm predicting that they will. I think they're going to hold on and do it. As the Phillies now have a half-game lead over the San Diego Padres as they hold the 2nd wildcard spot. What we've seen out of this Phillies team has just been incredible. So the San Diego Padres, yes, I understand it's early, but the San Diego Padres go out and trade for Juan Soto and Josh Bell. They're on a 4-game losing streak as they get swept out by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ouch, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media, link in the description section at Phillies Answer Media, Instagram, follow me on Twitter at Piazza Media Card, text 267-225-92. Email me, philliesandmedia@gmail.com. Off day tomorrow, Tuesday against the Miami Marlins, 3-game set, 7.05. Exact Weaver, 10-5 with a 2.69 ERA, going against Garrett, 2-5 with a 3.88 ERA. You have to at least take 2 out of 3. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you. Let's go, Phils. I am proud of this team. I'll see you.